Day drink
Day drink.
discussion.
And I think I'm making a mistake.
What's your mistake? Ooh,
It's gonna be my
that don't
snack.
seem like, huh?
This is gonna be my snack during the podcast, and it shows super hot. I don't know if you can
That
see it.
seems like a very good mistake to make.
Yeah, we were out yesterday going to antique stores, which is kind of upsetting. We went to 4 stores yesterday, and only one place was like truly packed with antiques. Everything else I had like new stuff in it.
That's annoying.
Yeah, or if they had antiques, it was like old antique furniture that was painted white and then distressed with sandpaper. It's like, no, there's a market for that, and if you like it, that's your thing, and that's cool. But it's not antique. Don't call it antique.
Right. Yeah. I don't want no fucking down remastered antique shit. I want it to be antique. And if I'm gonna change it, I'll change it.
Damn right.
I I have Waffle House right here, and leftover Waffle House is actually pretty fucking nasty, but it's amazing right now because I'm super hungover.
I've never had leftover Waffle House, so I can't tell you what it's like.
It's not good.
Never makes it through a night for me.
Yeah, well, it was funny. So I don't remember when his birthday was, but Matthew's birthday just passed, and he came down, and him, Parker, and I were drinking last night, and before we got fucked up, we went to Waffle House, and on the way, Matthew was like, "Do you still eat Waffle House as much as he used to, Nate?" I'm like, "Bruh, it's so bad," and literally we ate it, and I got enough so I could get it to go that night. So I ate it there, ate it at like 4 in the morning, woke up at 2 in the afternoon, and fucking uh went and got Waffle House again.
You
It's
woke up
bad.
at 2 this afternoon?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Bro, I didn't go to bed till like 6 or 7 in the morning.
I can't remember last time I saw 6 in the morning from the night before.
It was 7. It was 7 because Matthew's most times the one always coaxing people or coercing people into doing shit. And so I always try to get him. So it was probably about 6:40. And I was like, Matthew, we gotta see the sunrise. And I remember looking at my phone to see what time the sunrise was. And then we went to sleep after the sun rose.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that shit in a long time.
It's not fun. I'm, I'm glad I don't do that shit all the time anymore.
So what are you vibing with more, the new Billie Eilish or the new Kanye West?
Kanye. I I um I feel like Kanye's means more. And I'm not saying that Billie's is supposed to mean anything. I'm just saying that Kanye put the gospel elements in it like he's done pretty much his whole career, but focused on that. And the features are really good. And just him, the few songs that, is about Donda is gangster as fuck.
Yeah, I guess the single where the chorus talks about walking on water is on the radio a lot.
Mm,
Yeah, so I got to bump it today in my car.
hell
Cause I'm
yeah.
old school, man. I got an '04, so it's either radio or CD. I don't have any way to hook up my phone.
You could do it. There's different things that you can do to hook it up, but I
Oh,
don't have any, yeah, I
I
don't buy
guess
that
the
shit either.
I guess the only thing else I could use is one of those FM transmitters. So that
And they're
like
not the
Bluetooth.
best.
Yeah, it's kind of static. It depends on. I mean, it truly depends on the radio wave. So
Yeah. I I got a book in the mail yesterday.
execution. Who you trying to fuck up?
No one, but this shit's crazy. I mean, I literally just got it in yesterday, but the only one that I've just peeped at, because as I gotta know, is death by crocodiles. So like it was like an African tribe or something that I don't know what it was, but I guess if you like fuck out of wedlock or some shit like that, they fucking throw you into a swamp of crocodiles. That would be brutal,
That sounds awful.
awful. And like, have you seen crocodiles kill? Like how they'll latch on and then do those barrel rolls.
Yeah, them and alligators do like a very similar thing.
Oh, I'm at Rogan. Those are fucking dinosaurs.
They look archaic.
Yeah.
Like when we go kayaking and we see them in the rivers, they pop up and then they go back down if they startle. But they're weird looking animals. They don't look modern. It looks like something you see in a history book.
I mean, even fucking like elephants, like as big as they are, dude, that's a fucking dinosaur.
Elephants are insanely massive.
I've never. Have you ever seen? Well, I've seen one in person. I know at a zoo, but I've never like been up close and personal. Like I've seen Hobson like feeding elephants and like bathing them and shit, and they're really friendly animals.
Yeah, they seem like it.
Yeah.
I've seen. I mean, everybody's seen those videos where they go on safari, and the jeep will
Right.
stop, and the elephant will like put its trunk in the window and like take a sandwich.
Hell yeah. Shit's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. That'd be a cool experience going like a safari.
You said what?
That'd be a cool experience to go on like a safari and get to see
Uh,
that type of wildlife.
yeah, I was watching Steve-O's podcast, and I never got into Wild Boys, but he was talking about how he wishes that they would have got to see more animals in the wild because it was like we would be filming and it'd be like in a location in Africa, but really it was fucking California with tamed animals. It's like a tamed it's like a tamed lion can still fucking hurt you and kill you and turn on you. But he was like, I wish we would have got in the wild more, but it was literally like filmed in Africa, but it was really California the whole time.
That is so American TV from like the early 2000s. That's crazy.
We can't afford to put you over in fucking Indonesia, but we can build a set and it's gonna be much cheaper.
Right?
And you're not.
Sometimes it may have not been cheaper. It's just like, yeah, we're gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, it's fucking. It's Hollywood. We could turn it into whatever the fuck we want to. So let's fucking do it. It's how you're about. I'm assuming about 15 chips in. How you feeling?
This is not like the one chip challenge. These are actually
Oh
really
hell.
good. These are actually really good chips.
Just imagine eating a bag full of the one chip challenge.
Oh my god. That might be dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, it would be. Yeah, if you didn't like pass out or something happened right then, your blood pressure didn't get too high, you would definitely. I don't know. I feel like it would eat your stomach lining or something.
Yeah, I think most people will probably vomit.
Yeah, yeah, it would be. Whew. Yeah, because we were all dying after one. So
Yeah, the cashier who sold these to me yesterday, she's like, "Have you done the one chip challenge?" I was like, "Woo, it ain't to be messed around with." She's like, "How long does it last though? Like, do you feel it tomorrow?" I was like, "No, no, no, no. For like 20 minutes, 30 at tops.
right.
After half an hour, it's completely gone."
Yeah, you still feel the ramifications a little bit, like around 20 and 30 minutes, but you ain't dying anymore. But the next day,
And she's like, "Does it hurt in the next day?" I was like, "No."
like, has anyone ever? The only way you're gonna feel something the next day is if you burn your tongue. Like,
Right?
I don't care how spicy it is, you ain't gonna feel it the next day.
So I do have a question for you.
Hmm.
So what were you doing 20 years ago?
20 years ago, I was I don't know, I was getting into school and realizing this shit's hard. Because this was the sixth grade and that's when shit got hard. What were you doing 6 years ago?
6 years ago. So we were still living in Georgia 6 years ago. Working at the factory, just trying to figure out when we were going to come to Charleston and what we were going to do with life.
Were you happier then or happier now?
I'll say probably now. I think my mental health is a lot better now than it was 6 years ago.
Hell yeah.
And
Yeah.
6 years ago, that was halfway through my struggle with alcohol, which lasted for about 10 years. What?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just funny.
Yeah, I had a whole fucking decade of that. I mean, I guess some people have an entire lifetime or multiple decades, but I've only lived 3.5 decades, so motherfucker, that's a long time for me.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
That's
3.5 decades, man. I'm halfway to my life expectancy on paper.
that's crazy.
That's weird.
It's kind of it's beautiful. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
I don't see it as a bummer. I see it as something to be happy about.
Yeah, I feel like men handle it easier, but it makes sense because I mean, in my opinion, like a woman, she's like, "Oh man, I'm reaching my expiration date. Like, I if I want to have kids or if I want to have any more kids, that date's getting close." And old, like old women don't get as much beauty attention as old men. Like an old man, he gets that salt and pepper hairstyle going on. It's like, man, that's a handsome old man. But like women, we need to big up our old women.
Yeah,
Y'all are beautiful, 50 and
there's
older.
there's a thought too. And if you truly think about it, you're like, whoa, never thought about it like this. But old women become like invisible. Like you might see
Right,
the effects of them, but you don't actually see them,
right,
and they're not center of attention. It's young women and like men of any age. It's a very
exactly.
interesting concept how that happened in our culture. But I mean, it makes fucking sense when everything's based on like patriarchal superiority.
Patriarchal what?
Superiority, where the man of the house is the man of the house, and everybody
Oh,
else is in a lesser role to him.
right. Yeah, it's old women shake your tail feathers. You're beautiful. Stop dyeing your hair. Let that gray come in.
I love gray hair.
Yeah, throw that wrinkle cream away. We don't need it.
It's funny you just say that. I think it was a seminar from the 80s Ram Dass was delivering. And he's like, yeah, back in the States, they have this stuff called porcelana. And they market it by saying, they call them aging spots. We call them ugly. And he's like, that's not true. He's like, if you see your body as just a natural phenomenon, everything starts in its infancy. It grows to a peak and then begins to wither away. He's like, we're nothing more than nature. He's like, so they call them ugly. I call them aging spots.
Yeah, that's a good concept. I think that's how it should be. But it's understandable, man. You fucking live this life, and whether you were hot shit, not hot shit, you start seeing things that are changing, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Why is this happening?
Yeah, I mean, it gives everybody pause and anxiety. Um, but I think if you are around the natural life cycle enough, like being out in nature or, damn, I am struggling today.
Dude, we're both. Just to let y'all know, it took
This is
us
gonna be
like
a fucking horrible podcast. It might be some interesting information, but it's gonna be visually non-appealing shit.
it took us like 30 minutes to get set up, like because we kept having to do shit. I'm hungover, he's tired.
Yeah, I've been
But
having a rewarding work, but doing a lot of landscaping a day. So I'm just fucking over the day. I'm ready to get high and go to bed.
I feel that. Yeah. But do you remember what you were saying?
What were we talking about?
That's a new name of this. It's not day drink discussions anymore. It's what were we talking about?
What were we talking about? We were watching high news bloopers. I know where I was going, so if I can tell a story and get back there, I will. We were watching high news bloopers the other day, and newscaster was talking to this guy. I guess a young girl had fallen in the ice in like a northern lake, and he's like, "Yeah, man, and, like she was very resilient, and like she just kept fighting for her life, and she got to the bank, and they were able to rescue her." And what were we just talking about? And you can tell the dude is just baked.
Oh,
He's like
man.
mid-story, mid-sentence, and like it wasn't interrupted by a question. He goes, "What were we just talking about?"
That's fucking hilarious.
But
Yeah.
one thing that has helped me cope with like the life cycle of my own death is actually like gardening and working in the yard, and because we compost, so like all of our food scraps go to the compost pile. It breaks down, turns into dirt, and then we take that thing that used to be life, use it after it has died to give nutrition and soil to other plants that we have. So literally, life turns into death, turns into life, turns into death, turns into life. It's like that's awesome. I mean, if things didn't die, there wouldn't be new life.
Yeah.
Or think about how many motherfuckers are on the road today. Think about if everybody that ever lived was still alive, and our cities were built like today. Like we have to die for the Earth to keep going.
Yeah. I'm on. You think we're gonna kill the Earth?
I just had a weird thought. Yes, certainly. But can you imagine how bad the first people would smell? They
How
would
they
be
must have
so
smelled?
no, like if they were still alive today, they'd be so fucking old. They would smell terrible.
Oh yeah, yeah. We probably wouldn't even notice it. The whole world would probably smell like.
Aliens would be like, we ain't messing with them. Their technology's the shit, but they smell horrible.
Bro, it's crazy that even like what is that old people smell?
I don't know, but it's a weird smell.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily bad.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's just strange. You're like, oh, I'm in the presence of something old.
Like that's so strange, and they all have the same kind of smell.
Yep.
Oh man, yeah, it's weird.
I don't know. Maybe it's a soap they grew up liking because that stuff kind of sticks with you. Like, maybe it's a deodorant that they grew up and have a brand loyalty to, or a certain shampoo, or a certain cologne or perfume. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
because there's this dude I know, and he's not old, but he's 50s, probably late 50s, and like you can smell him coming. It's not overpowering, but it's like it's a distinct smell. But you can tell with him, like, oh, it's his cologne. That's a cologne he uses, and probably where he lives. Like, you know, if you keep your clothes in the drawer for too long, it smells bad, like
mm-hmm,
sour almost.
mm-hmm.
Like you can tell, like his house probably smells like that a little bit. Maybe old furniture and the cologne he uses. But like just old people, it's like I can't pinpoint what the fuck that is.
Dude, just talking about smells. The most interesting smell I ever smelled was a guy I worked with. He used those rolled on oil colognes.
Mm.
And the building we worked in had lots of smells. It had oil, coolant, like it just smelled like a factory. And it's probably about 500,000 square feet. And when he would walk in, you could be at the very back of the building and be like, "Oh, Pat's here."
And was it overpowering way too much?
No, you could just tell, like, you know how like you're in a house and like somebody lights a candle. Oh, I like that. I like that scent.
I
But
just
then you
have
get
to
near
mess
him and it's not loud. It smells just as it did, like as faint as it did 500 feet or 500,000 feet away. Whatever it is, man. I don't fucking know. I'm not doing math on a Sunday. This is my day of rest.
Oh
But
yes,
it's
you
a
put
big
your
ass
rest.
building, and like next to him, it smelled as faint as it did all the way away. And it was very bizarre. It's like, because typically, if you smell somebody that far away, by the time
Yeah,
you get near him, it's like headache inducing. But
yeah.
his didn't. It was a very strange thing. I don't know.
And I don't know if I said this on the podcast, but when I went to that battle and DJ Drummer walked past me, like I'm telling you, dude, I've never smelled anyone that good before. And I can't tell if it was overpowering because it was just like he walked by and I was like, holy shit, that smells fucking amazing. But I don't know if I was like hanging out with him. I was like, damn, bro, fucking bathing.
Shout out to Drama for smelling good.
DJ Drama, you wear cologne?
No.
If you ever do, Elf by Ferragamo's pretty nice, and it's only like $35 for a pretty big bottle.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah,
I haven't
it's
worn cologne in a long time. I still own it. I didn't throw away my stuff, but I don't wear it to work. I just don't see a reason to do wear it to work. And like it gives Wendy headaches, and sometimes it gives me headaches, so I don't wear it on dates or anything like that. I haven't worn cologne in maybe a year, year and a half.
Yeah, that's why I like this cologne because like I just spray two on the chest, one on the wrist when I get out the shower, and I can I'll smell it in the morning. It's like going to work. If I go to reach for something, I'll smell it. But yeah, it's never too overpowering for me, and it's like sweet but manly, I guess. If that makes any sense.
Dude, I bought some soap yesterday from the farmer's market. Super spicy smelling. I think she called it a deep woods or a backwoods. Like she makes her own soap. And man, I can't wait to use it. I still use it at my old bar right now, but it smells really good.
I
Also
had
bought
this.
a natural deodorant that has no aluminum in it. Trying to keep
Yeah,
the armpits cancer free.
yeah. There's something. It was on Steve-O's podcast. He's sponsored by them, and it's um natural deodorant, no aluminum or anything.
Is it Tom's?
Mm-mm.
No.
I can't remember what it is. I think it starts with an N.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Tom's has been doing it for many years. Like
Yeah, I
probably
need to
maybe
try
for a
it out.
lifetime.
I need to try it out. Um, it took me forever. Like I had to find the right deodorant, because my armpits start stinking, and like with every deodorant, then I finally found some. But yeah, it's probably not healthy. It's
Yeah.
Dove.
I don't really care for Tom's, like, because I still sweat, because it's not antiperspirant, so you still sweat. But the scent of it doesn't make me smell good. Like, it doesn't react well to my oils and my sweat. So this one has a lot of different, like, essential oils in it and extract. So I'm hoping they react well to my sweat and still smell good. Because you're supposed to sweat. Like, that's releasing shit and toxins from your body, and you get a whole lot of toxic buildup from stuff we put on our skin because it doesn't let us sweat.
I must have a lot of toxic buildup then because I don't never sweat. Like I just don't sweat.
Well, it's one thing if your body doesn't sweat, but it's another thing if your body does sweat and it needs to sweat, but you have things on you to prevent it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you still might be toxic as fuck. I don't know. But I
I'm
know
definitely.
I sweat throughout the day, so if I put on like antiperspirant, I'm super dry, and that's not healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, my armpits have been sweating the past couple years more, but and I mean if I'm playing table tennis and I work up a little sweat, but yeah, it's crazy. I can be doing the same exact thing as someone and they're drenched and I'm fucking dry as fuck.
So after seeing the fight, do you think Nick Diaz called it to be 185 because he wasn't gonna be able to hit 170 healthily?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, because like you said last night when we were texting, his output looked really good. He looked like a good fighter. To me, his punches looked a little bit labored, like he was struggling to throw anything with power, but volume was certainly there. But yeah, he didn't look physically in shape.
Yeah, he didn't, but yeah, I mean, even if you go back and look at old Diaz fights, like he did pretty much the same thing. The crazy output, not a lot of power, and
Yeah.
just wear you down, get you with the body shots, and then it's like, okay, now I can open up, give him power, and put this man out or try to submit him or whatever. I just, but, bruh, I've never. The man gave up, man, and I don't like to say that about fighters, but he looked up, he said, and I was like, we all start screaming because Parker Matthew and I were watching it, and I was like, his legs broke, isn't it? His legs fucking broke. And they were like, nah, I think he just didn't want to fight anymore.
Yeah, I mean, training is one thing, and not having been in a professional fight in 6 years, like obviously gas tank wasn't there,
Right.
and he was probably just like, the way this is going, he's gonna put me out, so I might as well just bow out.
And it sucks seeing that, but honestly, I would rather someone just give up and be like, nah, this I don't think I'm gonna be able
Same here.
to.
Calvin Cater's corner should have thrown that white flag. Fucking
Yeah.
El Kakui's corner should have thrown that white flag.
Yeah.
Like, let your fighter live to fight another day, because those two might not ever be the same contenders they were, because those fights fucked them up. When you get Gumby
Hmm.
legs, that's a bad day.
Yeah, that was rough, man. That El Kakui, that was fucking. Oh man,
Yeah,
Calvin
when he
Cater
was
was too. They were both, but man, fucking Gaethje just pieced him up.
yeah when Ferguson did that little head shake trying to stay awake, and John Anik, I think he's trying to get blood out of his eyes. Joe's like, nah, he's trying to stay awake.
Oh man, bro, DC was cracking me up last night. He he was doing the post fight interview with Shevchenko, and he said, "Hey, I got one more thing. I've always wanted a picture with you, so can someone take a picture of me with the champ?"
He did ask for it.
He asked for it, like right there, and he's like, "Great fight, champ, but I've always wanted to take a picture with you." And he fucking stood beside her and was like, "Someone with a camera, can y'all take a picture?" In the middle of the fucking octagon. Yeah, it
Man,
was hilarious.
so Wendy cracked me up yesterday. We watched JSP Pierce. We watched the fight after that, and holy shit, that 15-second knockout. Were y'all watching the early prelims?
Yeah. We weren't paying attention, but we heard it and we're like, "Oh shit, what happened?"
Yeah, we saw that and we're like, oh shit. And then I saw that Jalen Turner was fighting, and I like Jalen Turner, so we watched that. And
I
then we
picked
stopped
him.
watching. And I looked at the time, I was like, it's fucking 7 p.m. I was like, I'm not watching 5 more hours of fighting straight. I was like, I'll pick back up at 10 p.m. So we went and did something else. And then we went back in the back room. So living room, we have a TV. Spare room, we have a TV. Bedroom, no TV. So we went back in there to turn that TV off. And she goes, "Oh, your fights are off already?" I was like, "No." I was like, "That event's off." She's like, "But that was the prelims." I was like, "No. That was the early prelims." I was like, "And then the prelims, and then the main card." She's like, Wait a second. So you mean there's the preliminary before the main fight?" I was like, "Yeah." And then they called the one before that the early preliminary? I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Why not just make up a new word or combine them and just call them the preliminaries, and they're just really long?" I was like, "No, you can't."
Right.
I was like, "You can't do that though." I was like, "You got the prelims and the early prelims." She's like, "That makes no sense." I was like, "It makes
It is
perfect
kind
sense.
of
You got
weird.
the early prelims, and then you got the prelims, and then you got the main card." And she's like, "Yeah, that makes no fucking sense." I was like, "No,
Nah,
you're
I
wrong."
ain't gonna lie, it is kind of weird. I ain't never thought about that.
Yeah, it's just the things that you buy into when you don't have an outside eye to be like, "Why do you do that?"
It's like I was talking to Dakota a couple months ago,
North or
and
south?
hmm, you said something.
I said north or south.
You're stupid, man. Anyways, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm just chilling till the tennis match comes on." And she was like, "Oh, when's it come on?" And I said, I think I said like it's something weird like 3:20 or it's like 3:05. And she was like, "Why why don't they just start at 3?" And I was
Yeah,
like, "Damn, that is fucking weird." Because they have the weirdest times they start.
yeah. And they're not the only thing that's done that. I'm sure, like other sports, maybe, or
And it makes sense with them sometimes because they have to start at weird times. They have a morning game, and then on that same court they have an afternoon, but the morning
yeah,
game goes long, so they have to start at a random time.
yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking it's weird. I was like, I never thought about that. I just wait till fucking 3:05 and I watch it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's TV shows. Like I remember back in the day, like certain TV shows on like TBS or TNT would come on at like 7:05.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, I don't know why they chose to do that. And maybe it has something to do with like the show before, or like commercial commitments or something. But
Yeah, I
I
could
believe,
see if it was like after a football game and it's unpredictable when they're gonna end,
yeah,
But yeah, if it's just some 7:05.
right. Yeah, I've always thought that was weird about news. Like, say your news gets shown after the local sports team, but like say baseball, you have 9 innings of complete variability. Like with football, like and football and basketball, yeah, you have stoppage time, so the clock isn't constantly running. But a quarter takes generally about what it takes, in or yeah, a quarter for both sports. I was like, a basketball quarter and a football quarter.
Is it a period?
Treetop hemp is the shit.
And yeah.
But with innings, what if you have an inning where like you're loading the bases and like then you strike somebody out and then you get a run and then you balk and like I mean there's an inning is so variable for how long it can last and you have 9 of those variable motherfuckers. It's like imagine it's like you
Really,
do
you
your
have
job
18.
and you're just ready to do the news and go home and you're sitting here like man I wish the Braves or the Mets would just fucking finish this game.
Yeah, hopefully they're getting paid.
Right. Or
I
I
know
say
in
that maybe they should fucking I don't know when they filmed that shit.
yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could film it and fucking be pre-recording and go home.
Yeah, just put that little red and white thing at the bottom that says live, and we're like, ooh, it's live.
Exactly. Yeah, just a little sleight of hand.
And funny thing is, nothing's ever actually live when you're at home. Because I remember back in the day when we'd be watching on cable at Mama's house, and Ed would be at his parents' house and watching on satellite, and he would say, "Don't say anything about the game because y'all got 3 second get 3 seconds before we do."
Yeah, this is well, yeah, and it happened to me last year with Big. Um, he said that's a damn shame, and I was like, "What's a damn shame?" And then like fucking 10 seconds later, they scored a touchdown on us, and I was like, "Shit!" I was like, I can't
Yeah.
look at my phone when the game's on because if Big texts me, he sees it before I see it.
So think about that, even just from house to house, but wherever they're sending the signal out from, like at the stadium, think about how long it takes to get from Atlanta to you versus Atlanta to me.
And then
Like,
think about it, Pete, he did this shit where you they it's like 7 seconds behind our head, whatever it is.
yeah,
But yeah, because if they cuss or something happens, they gotta make sure to be able to bleep it. So
yeah,
that's even getting to a 6 seconds delay.
yeah. So I
So it's
mean,
probably about a 15-second delay, maybe.
yeah, I mean, so I mean, it's some time in between, so we're not seeing it as it happens. But because it fucking says live, you're like, "Ooh, I got the full experience." Because we talked about that with UFC.
It's so stupid, bruh.
Yeah,
Like watching it afterwards doesn't feel the
yeah,
same.
it doesn't. Like even if like I like reading it. Like we were talking shit earlier. You're like, "Man, you didn't see the co-main event and main event because you fell asleep." Fuck, stop doing that. I'm like, bro, I could totally talk about it. I'm like, Volkanovski like narrowly escaped 2 submission attempts and went on to be the champion that we knew he was. You know, like, how do you know that? I'm like, I read it. So like, if I miss a fight, I'll read it because it's like, well, it's already happened now, so it doesn't matter if I have a spoiler. And it's like, I could not read it. I could not watch YouTube videos on it and just see it, and it's live for me. But it doesn't feel like that.
Exactly.
It just does not feel that way.
It doesn't, man.
Fucking
It's
program.
weird. It's weird. But yeah, even me, the Derek Lewis and Cyril gunfight, I fucking wait in those 15 days. And then you wanna know what sucks even more? It's fucking
Monday at noon.
and when it's fucking when they let you watch it or whatever at noon, it's like it's live. So you can't skip past. So I had to watch
So you
the
can't
whole
fast forward.
fucking main event card.
Oh, so you can't even just watch that one fight. You had to watch the whole thing.
I had to watch the whole thing. And I was like,
Damn.
I've already seen these fucking fights, man. I fell asleep during the auto fight.
Yeah, so I was off on my so if I lost you money, I apologize. I just knew Diaz and Ortega were gonna win.
I thought that Volkanovski was gonna win, but I definitely I picked Diaz. I thought Diaz was gonna win.
Yeah, I didn't think Robbie was gonna have the chin.
Yeah, I was and Diaz looked great. Like they were both rocking each other, like
Yeah.
Diaz never had him hurt or wobbled. He
No.
wasn't punching him that hard. But Parker said that little dumb thing. He's like, "That's how I punch in my dream." Because they were so weak, man. But they were connecting, and the output. They was it like 300 punches or some shit
Yeah,
thrown,
300 punches. I think like 156 strikes.
and that's in fucking because it was the second round where it was
Yep.
a TKO. Yeah,
Yeah, I can't wait to watch the Shevchenko fight. And I kind of feel
yeah,
bad for
man.
them on this one because they definitely got press. I'm not gonna say they didn't get press, but you had the main event being a male title fight and a kind of a highly anticipated one. Nimrov, bold character since 1872. Man, these things are just stuck in my head, bro. I go
That's
around like you know how like people get songs stuck in their head. I got UFC marketing stuck in my head.
yeah. Toyo tires, the official tires of the UFC.
I went to the gas station yesterday, and I was pissed that they didn't have Modelo because it's Bruce Willis with a fighting spirit. I love
Yeah,
drinking. I love drinking Modelo during the UFC.
you said what?
I love drinking Modelo while watching the UFC.
Me too. And I was about to say I fucked up yesterday because I don't know, I just wasn't thinking that, oh, we're gonna watch the fights at Parker's. It just slipped my mind. And I got Guinness extra stout. And like when we were actually sitting down watching the fights, paying attention on the TV, I was like, damn, this Guinness is alright, but I wish it was a Modelo.
Any other beer, even if it's like a really nice, expensive craft beer, it's just not the same while watching a UFC. Like I need a Modelo.
Exactly. It just I don't know, puts you in the fighting spirit.
Yeah. And P3 is the official protein snack of the UFC.
Yeah, shit's crazy.
Right.
Fucking bruh, we got so drunk last night. Like I ain't taking shots in a minute, and we took two double shots of tequila. And what's that shit? I had never heard of it. It looks like kind of like chili powder, and it's like you do it with salt, but it's like this chili powder looking shit.
Um, is this the stuff you make micheladas from?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh,
I don't know.
tahine, tahine, tahine.
Yeah, yeah, yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep. Yeah, so that shit's good as fuck though, man. But yeah, took those two double shots, and it wasn't that much, but it was like of a big bottle. There was about that much left of Evan Williams, and we finished that off. And
Yeah.
I woke up at 1:51 p.m. still drunk.
Damn.
I didn't realize until I started driving, but I was like, oh,
Yeah, I ain't done that shit in a minute. Back in the day, man, I wake up drunk and yeah,
that's a bad feeling, bro.
it is. Waking up high is a bad feeling too.
Yeah, I would rather do that though, even though it sucks. Super lethargic, no motivation, but fucking waking up drunk is like, oh man, still.
Yeah, and then you get that day drinking headache from drinking last night. So like when it goes
Exactly.
away, like when I get drunk, I typically wake up very early. So I was about to say something that probably doesn't compute with you. But like, yeah, wake up drunk and it's like, yeah, typically by like 8 or 9, it's gone.
Right. That
I'm
wouldn't
like, maybe
compute
because
at
I
all.
wake up at 8 at 9
Yeah.
anyways. I used to get drunk and wake up and like make everybody breakfast.
Yeah. I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah, I wake up feeling fancy as a flea or something. I don't know. I don't know what's fancy these days. But I wake up feeling really nice. I'm like, I'm motivated, man.
Right.
I'm motivated. Let's do something with my life. I'm gonna make people
Oh,
eggs and
yeah.
bacon.
Oh, so I was about to say fancier than Bruce Buffer suits, but
Dude, Bruce Buffer's suits are amazing.
we were talking about like how much money you make if you're a dominant fighter, you're a fucking champion, you defended your title, like they're making some good fucking money. And then later, Bruce Buffer is announcing someone, and Parker goes, "Man, fuck the fighters. I want to know how much that motherfucker's making." It's like I mean, he's been with UFC for like I think it was 20 or 25 years,
Yeah, I think he
and
just celebrated 25.
25, yeah. So that man's he's making some dough.
And I like that he's been with them so long and he grew up with them that you can see his path of like development. Because in the beginning, I
Yeah.
mean, he was really good, but he wasn't as like celebrity status and just. I mean, he's a staple. Like if when he retires, like it's gonna be like, oh man, like Bruce
Oh,
is.
that's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's not gonna feel the same.
I was
And I mean,
thinking the same. Huh?
I was gonna say the guy coming up behind him, Joe Martinez, again, good, like, but it's not the same.
He sounds like a boxing announcer.
Yeah,
Like boxing announcers all sound the same. They had even fucking Michael Buffer. Like he's iconic in boxing, but everyone else sounds like him. I ain't gonna
yeah,
say he sounds like other people, but everyone else sounds like him. And that's how
and
Joe Martinez sounds to me.
and they just like enthusiastically talk it. They don't scream.
Exactly.
Yeah, because Bruce is like, it's time.
Exactly.
And like
And
when it's a full arena, it's like, oh my god, I'm ready to go.
Joe Martinez is I'm gonna fuck it up, but the fighters are ready. Those in attendance, let the world know you are ready. And it's just
Yeah,
like it doesn't have that fucking growl,
yeah. And you gave it more energy than he does because he's like,
Right.
you are ready.
Yeah. But fucking Bruce Buffers comes from the fucking I don't know, diaphragm or something.
Yeah. And I like it when it's a fighter that he really admires and like he's like jumping up and down when he says their name.
Right, and holding that fucking fist pump out and guy
Right.
hits her hand so hard. I'm like, don't break their knuckles before they fight, Bruce.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that 15-second knockout yesterday, I was like, damn, Wendy, look, he didn't even get his mullet messed up.
Man, I remember it, but how did he knock him out? Was it a head kick?
No, straight right, right cross.
Oh fuck, he or maybe I'm thinking about another one, but someone got their head turned sideways. Was it
Yeah.
him? It was like the fucking Usman Masvidal knockout. Like,
No, it wasn't like that. It was more of a back, and then like he lost his feet, hit the ground, and his body was stiff as if he was knocked out, but his eyes were still open.
wait, he hit him one more time with
He came down with hammer fist.
and dude, it was so heavy.
And Wendy goes, "Oh my god, he slept him." She's like, "All I can think about is it's so much brain damage." And I was sitting there silently impressed. I was like, "My wife just said slept him."
Right.
I was like, "I'm raising her right."
Hell yeah. She's gonna be a fucking wearing those tap out shirts in no time.
No. This is not a tap out family.
Drinking Bud Lights.
No.
Oh
Trading
man.
our cars for fucking big old F-250s with mud tires
Exactly.
on it.
Soup them up. Put some neon lights on them. Now that's too country suburban. That's country rich. You need to be like from like a country slum or some shit. Get a beat up
Um,
pickup.
yeah, man. So like I've been texting you, I'm excited to maybe go see Tech Nine and Rittz.
Oh I was already fucked up when I was texting you then, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to respond to this part of it, but yeah, I've seen Tech Nine I think about 5 or 6 times, and Rittz probably 4 or 5, and they always like Tech Nine is probably I don't like hyping it up, but he's the best performer when it comes to stage presence I've ever seen because he can dance and he's fucking there's no backtracks. He's doing all the rapping and it's just like how the fuck is he rapping that fast, dancing and not running out of breath?
Oh, that's cool. And
Yeah.
I like the venue that we'll be going to because we probably won't drive back to Atlanta for it. But I saw Azalea dying there in 2019, and it reminds me of like a small masquerade. Like it's a smaller or medium sized intimate venue.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because you walk in, it's just kind of general admission, just open wall. Got a little bar to the side where they set up merch, and then you have a stage. I mean, it's a decent sized room, but like if you only had 200 or 300 people in there, it would feel very small.
Right.
But it might hold like maybe 700 would be pushing capacity, 600 to 700.
I wonder why Tech Nine does those small shows. because I guess because he would rather take his label mates and homies that aren't huge. Because when I saw him in an arena when he headlined, he had like Trey Songs, MGK, like he had big people on the bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I like Tech Nine much more at like the Masquerade in Heaven than at the
Yeah.
arena. The arena was cool as fuck. It was just like, man, it's not as intimate. I'm not that close.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never been to a small rap show. I've seen rap twice. You took me to Lil Wayne, and then when Atlanta hosted the NCAA championship, Flo Rida, Ludacris, and Macklemore played. But I mean, that was a big outdoor venue. Lil Wayne, I want to say, is maybe at the Phillips Arena.
Well, I'll say this one because it's a big venue, but general admission, Wild Bills, when we saw
Oh,
Lil
yeah,
Jon and
true. I forgot about that. Yeah,
yeah,
that was a small club. That was definitely a
yeah.
small club. Because even though it was a large building, everything I remember, as best I can remember it, I was like divided up into rooms. Like had a lot of walls inside of it.
The dance floor is pretty big. Now, once you get off the dance floor, it's hallways and not that big, but
Yeah,
dance floor is because I used to go there all the time, but the dance floor is pretty big.
yeah. Lil Jon was amazing. Akon was disappointing.
Yeah, Lil Jon was crunk.
Was that Akon? No, no, that wasn't Akon. That was the other big guy on auto tune at the time.
Wait, I thought
Um,
it was Akon. It
is
was
Akon
Akon.
is Akon
Yeah,
African?
yeah.
Oh, oh. Who else was doing auto tune back then? There's like two of them.
I can't think of who you're talking about, and I also can't think of who else was there. Maybe B.O.B. was there because it was like a little Bash Mountain. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was on my birthday, and it was also whichever radio station was hosting its birthday bash.
Yeah, I don't remember the radio station either. It wasn't V103. I don't think
No,
they host big.
95.5 The Beat.
Down. That shows how long ago it was.
Right?
That
Yeah, because
that was
95.5
like
is talk radio
2008.
now.
You said what,
I said 95.5 is talk radio in Georgia now.
bro? You know how much anxiety that clicker used to give me when they would go to try to beat the buzzer, and it would like speed up, and you never know when it's gonna buzz. You remember that shit?
Vaguely.
Yeah, it was like callers would call in, and it would be like beat the buzzer, and it'd be like $200, two hundred
Oh
and ten
yeah,
dollars,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and they'd be ticking, man, and I'd be like, oh God, just stop it, stop it, stop
Yeah,
it,
they go
take
tick
the
tick
money,
tick 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 tick. And they
man.
got greedy and waited too long. They wouldn't get any money.
And
I was thinking as a kid because I was like, man, $100 is a lot. Like, I will hit that thing early, early.
bruh, not now.
Right? I was like, man, I'll probably miss it.
You'd be like, please get the 500, please. I was
Right?
stopping at five.
It's like 475, 480. Like,
Oh man,
you
yeah,
got
that
20
shit
more
gave me so much
dollars.
anxiety as a kid.
Yeah, radio's just not the same anymore. Or
Dude, 99X,
99X, man, yeah.
such a good rock station.
And we were too young to really get to their concerts because we weren't driving, didn't have resources. But man, they put on some good concerts back in the day.
Yeah. Actually, a couple months ago, I was looking up on Amazon and I found a 99X shirt, and I was gonna get it, but I feel like it was expensive, like $50, and
Oh
just
yeah, fuck
because
that.
you can't find them anymore, you
Yeah, I have a guy that makes shirts, so I ain't paying $50 for
know,
that
right?
one.
Oh man, for real, for real.
Yeah, I wonder if he'd make three of them for us.
You said what?
I say I wonder if he would make three of them for us.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we got the answer to that already.
Right, that's funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes people just don't think about what goes into something. It's like, bro, that's a lot of work for no
Exactly. It's
reward.
like keep talking about last night, but we went into Senor Fiesta at 10 o'clock, And I told Matthew, I didn't tell him like I told you so, but told Matthew, I was like, damn it, dude, they close at 10:30. We're gonna get there at 10. We're gonna be the assholes. Let's just get it to go. He's like, dude, I work at Chili's. He's like, the assholes are the people that come in 5 minutes before. They'll be fine. But it says open. We walk in, we're waiting, and dude comes up and is like, sorry guys, we're closed. I was like, all right, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because like obviously they don't want to serve us, and it's like Parker said, like maybe they were fucking super slow, so they cleaned up early. And it's like, damn it, we gotta do this. And it's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're closed or why you're saying you're closed, but it's your job. So obviously you know something that I don't know, so I'm not gonna get mad.
Yeah. I mean, they probably have like if they're off at 10:30, they don't want to be there waiting on a guest to leave at 11. Like, say
Exactly.
you get there at 10, you sit down, unless you have been there 1,000 times and you know your order. You look at the menu for 5 minutes, so it's 10:05. They come back at 10:07. They're like, "We need you to order, or it's not gonna be done before we close." So you're all right. You get what you want. Tex-Mex is usually about 10, 15 minutes. It's not very long, so say it's 15 minutes. Then you're looking at 10:22. Are you gonna swallow that shit and pay and tip in 8 minutes? No, now you're making these people stay late. Like they won't get home to their families too.
Yeah. So I was just like, fuck it. And we went to
You're,
Waffle
you were so still that I thought your fucking Wi-Fi had frozen.
House.
I was like, oop. I guess
um,
it's the end of the podcast. I'm just gonna speak about our sponsors and sign off.
right. Who are we sponsored by?
I'm sponsored by Mother Nature,
I'm sponsored by Father God.
and together we make up the universe.
Uh, hey, that means we're brothers.
We're happy and we're colored. Give me a high five.
High five.
The Wayans brothers are nuts.
Why you say that? Hey,
They're,
hey,
they're just they're just funny.
yeah, yeah. They're characters.
Dude, did I tell you that we watched Nutty Professor the other night?
Man, I ain't seen that in forever.
Yeah, same here. We weren't even searching for it. We weren't looking for Eddie Murphy movies. We were just scrolling through whatever streaming services on it popped up, and she stopped, and we were like, "We shouldn't we?" It
Yep.
was so funny. It was as funny as I remember.
Man, him and fucking Martin playing other characters, man, is
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, because that table scene where it's a family, he plays everyone except for the child.
Except for it was a fat little boy, wasn't
Yeah. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
Oh man. Damn, wasn't there someone named Cletus in it?
Cletus, and remember, Chris used to mimic him all the time.
Yes,
Yeah,
man.
and he'd sit there and like fucking fart, and it's like, how did he make up? For one, how did he make up all these distinct characters and
Right.
play them all so well?
That's crazy.
Like, I have a looper pedal. I want to get my looping music, but one of the most difficult things is I've only ever played with other people. So like, they all have their own playing styles. Like even if we play the same songs, I can play a song with you. I can play a song with Brushy. I play a song with um, Josh. Didn't they have another guitar player? I can play a song with Fridge. All the same song. I mean, let's make it a simple song so it's not being varied by technical ability. So a very simple song that the worst player that's playing with me can play very well. So that means the best player is going to play as good. It's always a slightly different feel. Like you play bass slightly different than I do, even if we play the same exact riff. That we can both play to the same competency. So like learn to play with yourself. Like it's weird because I've never done it.
Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's interesting where it's like I want a different variety here. I want a different texture. So I need to play it in a way that doesn't sound like how I play.
Right.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. I ain't never thought about that.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
But I took back the Ebo. I didn't like it on bass. I don't know if there's a secret to the sauce that I don't know about. So I took it back and I bought the Electro Harmonix Canyon. It's like a multi-delay. I can't wait to get it, man. That thing is butter. It is so
Hell
good.
yeah.
And so
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna complete my sound in the way that I was wanting the Ebo to do. Because I was thinking the Ebo with like reverb or delay would be cool, but I just couldn't get the Ebo to work on command. It was very difficult to make it work.
gotcha. Yeah, we're uh playing a couple new songs at the show we got October 20th. And so we're gonna have a new intro, but we haven't created an intro. So Matthew was creating one last night at like down 5 in the morning. But he got it finished, and Matthew's I don't know if he's a perfectionist, but he wants it to be right. He wants it to sound right. So I'm sure he's gonna fuck with it some more. But
Yeah.
what we have right now, that could definitely be the intro. And it's the lyrics are basically about getting fucked over or whatever. And I was like, we need to have fucking a sample of Robin Williams. And so I'm looking up Robin Williams quotes on YouTube, and I was like, it has to be something sad. And Parker was like, wait a minute. There's a scene in the Butterfly Effect where he says, "You used to be happy with me," and something like that. Like, at one time, you were happy with me, or some shit like that. And I'm like, dude, that's fucking perfect. And fucking Matthew changed the octaves and got it in our tuning or whatever. And so you can't even tell it's like Ashton Kutcher saying it, but it's so spicy.
I love that you have Captain Crunch in your background.
Captain Crunch. That reminds me of when we would say Captain, and Randall would be like, "No, Captain. There is no T in it."
Right. I used to say Atlanta, and people are like, "Where is that?" No, that's Atlanta.
You used to say Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. So it got beaten out of me. Like, you can't say that. We say it like this. It's like, well, it's spelled like this.
Nah, it's Atlanta.
There's a place here near where we live, and it's spelled Huger. How would you pronounce that?
Uger.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
We actually looked it up. So it comes from the French Huguenots. They were a sect of the church. So it's a French. It's a derivative from a French word. So it would be more something like uji or uj, something
Right.
like that. But here they say huji. And I'm like, no, no, no. See, that says hug with er. So that if it had two G's, it'd be hugger.
Right.
If it has one G, it's hooger.
Right.
Because Fugee is Fuji. For that to be Huji, you need two E's, not an E and an R.
Exactly.
But yeah, they call it Huji. It's like,
That's
whoa.
fun. Fucking. I think it's been 20 years since the Fugees released the score. The one with Killing Me Softly and Ready or Not.
Ready or Not, here I come.
Bro, Lauryn Hill, man. The fact that we only got one album from like her and fucking Andre 3000. Like you could say, oh, Andre 3000 has a solo album, Speaker Box and the Love Below, but it was like I was still outcast. You know, we need a fucking Andre 3000 album.
Dude, when we drove into Georgia a few weeks ago, we listened to Atliens on the way in.
You listen to what?
Atliens.
ATLiens.
See, there you motherfuckers go again. That shit is spelled ATLINES.
ATLiens. Atliens.
ATLINES.
ATLiens.
No.
ATLiens.
Atliens.
But yeah, that's a good album.
Yeah, very good album.
Yeah.
It sound too hot in Wendy's car though. We need to change her door speakers and get her a sub.
Yeah, that's what sucks right now with me is my right door speakers blown or the passenger seat door speakers blown, and music does not sound like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
It sucks. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna get her like a big massive sub, maybe like a 10 or a 12 and like a little. I don't know if they still make the bazooka tubes like big had in the Camaro,
mm,
but the way they amplify, like it doesn't take a big amp and it doesn't take a big speaker to get a good sound.
yeah, I've always wanted subs, but never gotten them.
I worked with this dude. He didn't work with us for very long, but inside of the factory, you could hear it and feel his music. And one day he ate lunch inside and was like, "Hey man, um, can I like sit in your car with you one day and like hear your music?" I was like, "Man, we can go do it right now if you want to." So we got go out, and I believe he has like a Chevy Trailblazer. It might not be a Trailblazer, but it's that size. It's a decent
Yeah,
size SUV. He has no middle seat, so it's just the front seat. He doesn't have. He took out the back seat, and then he has the very back. And the very back, he had either 2 or 4 15s. Lots of mid size speakers, and then lots of tweeters. Like speakers were everywhere. Like I said, he only had is a 2-seater car because you couldn't fit seats in the back seat.
that's crazy.
And he turned on some old like soulful R&B. I know who it is, but I can't think. It's like that Barry White vibe, but it's not Barry White.
Luther
But
Vandross.
that same vibe, but
Yeah,
not either of those two. I'll probably think of it tomorrow. But he turns on something like that. He doesn't even turn on hip hop. And bro, the bass vibrated me so hard it made my stomach hurt. It didn't really even hurt my ears. It hurt my face. Like you know how like when you have a cold, and you have a cavity, like how your face gets real sensitive and like your teeth hurt.
yeah,
It vibrated my face so hard I had that sensation and it made my stomach nauseous.
that's
Yeah, I
crazy.
think we listened to 2 or 3 songs and I couldn't talk to him. I was like,
No, you can't talk. Yeah,
and he cut it off. He's like, "You good?" I was like, "Man," I was like, "I don't feel good now." I was like, "I don't know how I'm gonna finish my shift at work."
yeah. Fuck that, man. I ain't never been in anything that loud.
And he did that shit every day.
Yeah, yeah. Two loudest cars I've been in is Andrews and JJ.
Oh yeah, I never sat in JJ's, but it was 4 times louder than Andrews,
Yeah, I bet.
maybe
Yeah, I
5.
don't know what JJ had, but probably like 212s or something. And yeah,
Yeah, I hate it though going down the road and like somebody didn't get a good speaker job, and you can hear the trunk going. And it's like, dude, you could have just put foam on it and it wouldn't vibrate like that.
right. Yeah, it's weird. I've been in some people's cars where like the trunk rattles, and it sounds horrible from outside, but once you get in, it sounded good.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's bruh. If you're riding down the street, you sound like shit, but inside it sounds amazing.
Hmm. That's interesting. Because you think
Yeah,
if, yeah, I guess maybe the volume of the music's louder than the trunk rattling, so you can't even hear it.
that would make sense.
Because man, I had never set up a surround sound system before, so I didn't know how it worked. Bought one off Craigslist, hooked it up to our TV, and we turned on Lord of the Rings, and we cranked that motherfucker because we're like, man, this shit sounds good. And we listened to it for about 10 minutes, like overly loud, like our neighbors could probably like hear it if they were outside, overly loud. But then we sat down and watched Child's Play, the first Chucky movie, and we're like, okay, we're gonna sit here and actually watch a 90-minute movie. We need to turn it down so it's listenable. We don't want to hurt like our ears for an hour and a half. And bro, we were both sitting there thinking, no, this movie is old, and it's probably a low budget like 90s or 80s horror movie. But man, their audio mixing is just horrendous. Like it's
Mm.
terrible, and had like a slight echo, like everything was like on reverb. And it's like,
Oh
what the
wow.
fuck is going on? You know what it was? When we had Lord of the Rings on screaming, it was so loud we couldn't hear the TV. When we turned down the surround sound where it was listenable, we had the TV, but because it again time delay on audio routes,
Right.
because the surround sound had more cabling to it, there was a slight delay. So it was truly reverbing because
Right.
the audio signals were coming out of the speakers at different times.
That's
Yeah, because then
that's
we turned on
cool.
something else that was new, and we're like, no, 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 no.
Yeah, something ain't
Something's
right.
going on. And then I was like, we left the TV on. I was like, the TV is coming straight off the transducer, but the surround sound speakers are coming out of the TV into the surround sound, and then from that transducer to the speakers. I was like, so it's more travel time.
Right.
But that still does not explain how you and I watched a fight at the same time on the same fucking ESPN Plus, and I was 20 seconds ahead of you at all
And this
times.
is something I want to record, like not record, but I guess test out is see if commercials are a minute like it is when it's live because I feel like it should be. I feel like but that's also the only thing that would make any sense is it, like you said, like maybe the commercials were a little bit longer or something. But I feel like I gotta go back and watch that Daydream because I feel like
Your shit's
uh
vibrating like a motherfucker right now.
yeah, I just got to snap and it distracted me. I feel like it got off in the first round. Like,
It did.
so if it got off in the first round, that means there were no commercials to fuck it up. So that makes no sense.
Yeah, because I'd be like, and you wouldn't move. Like, I guess
Yeah, and I was like, what did you
I guess
see?
he's already seen it, so like it's not like shocking to him. And then one time
Makes
I was like, oh shit. And you're like, wait, what just happened?
sense.
I was like, dude, he just meleeed him. You're like, bro, something's off. Like they're just like circling the cage.
Yeah, something wasn't right, and then
That's-
and then we got confused because I was like, "What time are you at?" And I think you said like the actual the time of where the fight was instead of the time in the octagon.
yep.
And you were like 11:46. I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like,
Yeah,
"I'm at
they're
2 minutes."
5-minute rounds.
That doesn't make any sense. And then that's when we started going off the octagon time, and
Yeah.
it was off.
And that one time, I think I let you get like 9 or 10 seconds ahead of me while I'm paused. I
Exactly.
unpause it. 2 minutes later, I'm 20 seconds ahead. It's like, this makes no sense.
No sense. This is sad. It's dead.
Mine's not. Green light.
Oh, green.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
my cards were 50% off, man.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I won't have to go back till like February.
Yeah, they don't do any deals. Well, they do random deals where I go. So like they'll do Black Friday, probably Christmas, 420 special, shit like that. But the two deals that they do every week is on Tuesdays. It's buy if you're getting a salt nick juice. So for this, it's buy one get one half off, and on Thursdays for like coils. So this, buy one get one half off.
And I think when you buy one get one half off, you save like 33%.
If you're rounding it up, it's 34%.
Fuck you.
I can fake be smart.
When it's 33.3 infinity, I like showing 33.33. But when it's 6.66 infinity, no, I run that shit up to 6.67. I'm like, that's too
We
many
ain't
sixes
going
in
to
a row.
infinity.
Nope.
Infinity's getting round up.
Right, you get round up after 2 sixes.
Yeah, you ain't. I ain't gonna put a 7 later down the road. You're getting rounded up on the third one.
Right.
Oh yeah. Well, shit. They drink discussion.
I think it's that time.
2.
Stay black, motherfucker!
Back, motherfucker.